Are you ready for one of the weirdest Christmas Am I the Asshole stories you might ever hear?
Am I ever?
All right,
Okay.
so this is Am I the Asshole hand amputation.
Excuse me?
It's not going where you think it's going.
Okay.
But it's a weird one, okay? So the actual full title of this post is Am I the Asshole for telling my boyfriend's family I needed my hands amputated after they kept giving me craft supplies as gifts?
Okay.
Let's jump in. All right, so this is a long one.
Yeah.
Hi, Reddit. I, 25 female, have been with my boyfriend, 26 male, for about 3 years. I'm really into crafting and love reusing things most people would throw away, like empty bottles or soda tabs. Over time, my boyfriend's family started saving things for me, like old cans or random scraps, and honestly, I thought it was super sweet. I've always appreciated that they thought of me. But here's where things got kind of weird. My birthday is super close to my boyfriend's sister, 28 female, like only 5 days apart. So we had a joint birthday party last year. As gifts, they gave me a bag full of craft supplies, like soda tabs, empty bottles, and some random other bits and bobs. I mean, it was thoughtful in a way, but then his sister got these super nice gifts, like a Pandora charm bracelet and an Apple Watch. I felt a little embarrassed, to be honest, but I kept smiling and thanked them because I really do appreciate gifts in general. Mm-hmm. My boyfriend noticed, though, and he got really upset. He even wanted to call them out, but I told him to let it go and not cause drama. Then, last Christmas happened. A few days before, I'd hurt my wrist at the gym. Nothing major, just a scrape and some bandages. But I hadn't told his family about it since I hadn't seen them. Only my family and my boyfriend knew what actually happened. So Christmas morning comes, and we're all opening presents together. His family gave everyone else these amazing gifts. New shoes, jewelry, an iPhone, gift cards worth like hundreds of dollars. When I opened mine, I got an empty soda bottle, some used and dirty aluminum foil, and a handful of soda tabs. That was it. Look,
oh my God.
I'm all about crafting, but this felt kind of insulting. My boyfriend was fuming, but we decided to keep quiet for now. Then his family asked me, all smiling, "Do you like your gifts?" I just snapped. I smiled back and said, "Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But unfortunately, I won't be able to use them anymore because of my accident." They looked confused, so I explained very seriously that my injury was worse than it looked and that both my hands would have to be amputated. My boyfriend nodded with a straight face and added that we hadn't told anyone yet because it was a really emotional situation for me. Their faces went white. They started apologizing, saying they had no idea and how awful they felt. A few of them even looked like they might cry. I just nodded and said, "It's okay. I'm used to it by now," and left it at that. We left shortly after. Here's the thing. My hands are totally fine. It was just a couple of scrapes, but I was so hurt and angry about the gifts that I wanted them to realize how thoughtless they were being. My boyfriend thinks I was justified, but later his sister texted me saying I was cruel for making a scene and guilt-tripping the whole family on Christmas. I guess the word got out to her that my hands are fine. So now I'm starting to feel a little bad. Did I go too far? Am I the asshole?
Jesus. Okay, so there's a lot in here. Holy Lord Almighty in heaven. Okay. OMG. First of all, I do want to give major props to this boyfriend who is 100% defending his girlfriend and is also mad and is also like, thank you. Yes, that is the energy.
Yes.
We love that.
We do.
Love a king who defends his girlfriend and understands the dynamic. Second of all, I'm almost thinking this is intentional. Like, do they not like her? You can't actually legitimately think that that's okay.
Right?
You can't, like, that's insanity.
It's one thing to give her these little scraps and tidbits throughout the year, being like, "Oh, I saved some things, here you go." But for Christmas, for
gifts?
her birthday, no.
It's so messed up. I almost feel like there's some underlying, like, I don't like you, and I'm just gonna, like, You know?
You know, I
There's
got that
a little bit
vibe
of knifing
too.
in there.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine someone doing this and then not understanding like how effed up it is. Like you have to be stupid or malicious, and both are not good.
Yes.
And so, okay, so there's that. And then the other part, honestly, I applaud the level of funny, conniving, petty that this woman just snaps out, is like, my hands are going to be amputated. Like, that energy to me.
It's so funny.
Praise be the cat Jesus Lord in heaven. Yes, this is what I live for.
I know. I thought it was so funny. I honestly was just like, it's creative. I love that her boyfriend went along with it.
Yes.
And was like, yep, her hands are getting amputated.
I still love that he's just like immediately like, yep.
Didn't skip a beat, was like, okay, this is the story we're rocking with.
Yeah.
And I love that energy so much. Like,
Yes.
that's a real ride or die.
Ride or
I
die.
support that man.
Ride or die.
And like, I side with her. I think most people more or less thought like, not the asshole. Maybe you could have found a different approach or a different way to have this conversation.
Yeah.
One comment though that did disagree with her that I just found so funny is they said OP doesn't want her boyfriend to call out his family's BS to avoid drama. Also OP lies about having her hands amputated, which will certainly lead to drama. Wrong.
Right? No lies detected.
No lies detected.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Also, like, she's right though. What's funny is like they're clearly the asshole, but because of the way that she did it, yeah, the family's gonna go talk shit and they're gonna be like, "Can you believe it?" And if they didn't like her, they definitely don't like her now. But honestly, I don't think that she's in the wrong, and I 100% applaud what she did.
Yeah. No, I think she had been burned quite a few times, and the fact that the aluminum foil was dirty even, like they couldn't even wash it. I think, you know what, was it the, most, like, correct approach? Maybe not, but was it absolutely the funniest approach?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Confirmed. 100%.
Yes. Also, it's just like, I actually really like people who have a good imagination and who can think on the fly like that.
Yeah.
The fact that she came up with this story just on the fly, like, oh, I'm gonna have my hands amputated. Like, yes, please. Yeah. Oh my God.
For her.
Yes.
For her.
I love it. I think it's just so good. I do sometimes do that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it with
I know.
you.
And I'm like, all right, what's the story?
You are a ride or die. You're a ride or die. Like, we've been in situations where, like, a weirdo will come up to us and try to talk to us. And, like, I just make shit up.
Yeah. And you're amazing at it. And I'm just like, well, I'm going to have to follow this journey. And my job is, I have two jobs. One is to figure out how to yes and the situation. And two, and most importantly, and the most difficult, not laugh. Because you be saying the most off-the-wall things.
So, but my goal is always to, like, act so crazy that they'll go away.
And it works 100% of the time.
It does. It works because, like, if someone comes up to you and they're like, they're expecting a certain thing out of you, they're expecting a reaction, like, it can be dangerous because if you reject someone, they're gonna be angry or they're gonna do a certain thing. So I just lean into the crazy and I'm like, yeah. Like, and I look straight into their eyes. And I'm like, yeah. And did you know that, like, and I give them random conspiracy theories that are like, I don't know what I've said, but it's crazy.
I recall at least one time where you were talking about your successful truffle farming career and how you train truffle-sniffing pigs. And you went into such detail about, like, how you came into this career.
That sounds like me.
And I was just like, yeah, no, she farms truffles and her pigs, they don't quit.
Best in the business.
Best in the biz.
Best in the business. Yeah, I think it's like that kind of energy that I see in that reaction. And I'm like, yes.
Here for it.
Absolutely.
Here for it. So cheers to some fun little white lies.
Let's take a sip of tea of the time.